welcome back to another episode of Giovanna's Interviews. Our guest today for the 14th episode of Giovanna's Interviews, he is the voice of Lugnutz on Transformers Cybertron. He is the voice of Jess and Reggie on the hit PBS Kids show Dinosaur Train. He is the voice of Sir Bricklyn on Lego NEXO Nights. He is the voice of Jay, Agent J. Walker, and Rouge on Lego Ninjago's Masters of Spinjitzu, Ninjago and Ninjago's Dragons Rising. My guest today is Michael Adamthwaite. Well, Giovanna and Michael, take it away. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Giovanna's Interviews. I'm your host, Giovanna. With me today, I got a very special guest joining me. You may know him as the voice of Lugnutz on Transformers Cybertron. You may know him as the voice of Reggie and Jess on the hit PBS Kids show Jim Henson's Dinosaur Train. You may know him as the voice of Sir Bricklyn on Lego NEXO Nights, but you may mostly know him as the voice of Jay on Lego Ninjago's Masters of Spinjitzu, Ninjago, and Lego Ninjago's Dragons Rising. You may also know him as the voice of Agent J. Walker and Rouge on Lego Ninjago's Dragons Rising. Please welcome my guest. Please welcome Michael Adamthwaite. Michael, welcome. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me, Giovanna. Nice to be here. And hello to everyone watching from the past.
Yeah.
Because you're watching it and it's in the future.
The past and the future.
This is now. It'll be later then, but it'll also be now then.
Yeah. It'll probably be like 2027 probably by the time. I don't know. It's 2026.
Well, happy to see you all, hear you all, meet you all from the not too distant past.
Yes. Yes, from the past or the future, wherever you guys are watching from.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, just to be safe. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Michael, of course, I know you are, but the people don't know who you are. Could you please introduce yourself and talk a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. I am Michael Adamthwaite. I am an earthbound human. I have discovered an interesting job that is fun. I make sounds with my voice and my whole being changes and I become someone else and I tell stories. Story is life. And yeah, I'm lucky to have a life full of story. And yeah, cartoons and video games and movies and TV shows. You know, I'm just an actor who you know, gets to try some fun stuff, and sometimes it works and it makes it out there into the world and people get to see it.
Nice, thank you. So Michael, I like to start off every interview asking this question. So I want to know, how'd you get started as a voice actor?
Voice acting was sort of something that I became good at doing, you know, long before I ever got paid or recognized to do it, because I myself, for the longest time, I didn't know that I was a neurodivergent person. I didn't know that, you know, my brain worked differently. I didn't know that there were just things about me that kind of made me, you know, like the way that I was, just like everybody else. We're all here on the planet, being our very special selves. But I loved mimicking my grandfather, who was an Englishman. And my grandfather would come around and he would always sort of like, you know, hang out and he would be there and I would just listen to him talk. So by the time I was about 6 or 7 years old, I was sort of very capable at sounding like he did. And there's a sort of funny story in my family that I was about 6 or 7 and I called my sisters in for supper and I was like, girls, time for supper. And they laughed at me. But it was sort of the first time that I like was having fun and doing voice things. And then, of course, you know, as I got older, I also got involved in performing in my community. There was a theater, you know, and we did a lot of different theater shows, and there was a big, you know, program that encouraged people. So yeah, I sort of went through school also performing on the side for fun a couple times a year. So I got used to doing voices and I got used to doing, you know, theater style performing and musical style performing and play style performing. You know, it was all just gags. It was all just laughs and for fun. You know, we weren't being paid or anything, but it was an amazing program.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going there, in the not too distant future to give a talk to
Nice.
other young theater kids like me.
Yeah.
Although I'm a much more grown up theater kid now, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, theater
Yeah.
kid sounds better than theater man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then really,
Theater man, theater whatever.
theater kid, theater man, theater
Whatever.
person, whatever. It's just all labels anyway. But yeah, coming to Vancouver was a great choice for me
Hmm.
back in the day. And it was a sort of fresh place for me to flex all my muscles. And I think I was 19 when I came here, like
Oh,
20
you were
years
like
old,
kind of the same
maybe.
age as me. We were kind
Yeah.
of the same
So
age
I
as
was
me.
I was a young person with my entire life ahead of me. Yeah, absolutely. And I took the steps, I took what little money I had. I had actually just previously the summer before coming to Vancouver, I did a theater show. It was like a show with a show inside. So it was like a show
Okay.
within a show. It was like pirates, and I was the bad guy, and
Ooh.
I twirled my mustache like a pro, and it was a really fun show. And that was sort of my at then, I was like leaving theater to go to the big city in my mind. That's what I thought I was doing. And I did. I came here and I spent a little money and I took some classes and I went to different schools. And then I started thinking of all the different voices that I do. And I started collecting all of my little tips and tricks and filling up my tool bag. And then, I started eventually sharing those tips and tricks with, friends and helping them get through auditions and stuff. And I was
Yeah.
really like hacking voiceover. I was like
Yeah.
trying to figure it out for myself. And
Hmm.
yeah, I sort of didn't look back after getting,
Yeah.
I think at the time, my first biggest role, I gotta say, which was like kind of like my start, um, was X-Men Evolution. I did the
Okay.
voice of Colossus, which was pretty big at the time. There was like, big executives and like studio people, and I was really
Mhm.
nervous. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, listen, it's fine. He is young. He is, powerful. I am young. I am powerful. I'm going to do my best to be young and powerful and sound like, so I just, I
Yeah, I
just
did that.
you just throw it out there and you see what sticks, and you get a job, and
Yeah.
then you get another job, and it
Mhm.
just sort of keeps going,
Yeah.
really. So yeah, I was lucky.
Awesome. Well, Michael, I do want to start talking about your shows. Now, you did the voice
Absolutely.
of Lugnutz on Transformers Cybertron.
Yes, I remember that. He
What
was
was
yeah, a lot of fun.
it like getting to do Transformers Cybertron?
Well, Transformers Cybertron was for us on the North American side. It was sort of an ADR show versus a prelay show. I don't know how many
Yeah.
fans know this, but there is a difference. It's sort of universally known as dubbing. So
Yes.
I was dubbing when I was working on Cybertron, and the character was sort of expressed to me as like a cool, laid back, not quite hippie, but not quite a football player, sort
Mhm.
of like think like 1960s, like, easy rider, motorcycle, leather, kind of voice. And
Yeah.
I was like, all right, okay, I think I could do that. So, I mean, everybody that you meet in voiceover has a great story. And
Mhm.
of course, I remember, again, Lugnutz was one of those first few jobs. And I remember being nervous when I got the job and I started, and I was working with a voice director, and his name was Rob. And he basically just said, listen, you've already done the most important thing that you needed to do.
Mhm.
You showed us a little bit of who you are,
Mhm.
and you showed up. Now
Yeah.
it's time to just have fun,
Be yourself.
be yourself, and do your best. You already got this. I mean, like, oh man, and I was stuck in that place. So many young people are, and I was like, oh, you know what? This is going to be great. Like one day I'll get there. One day I'll be somebody.
Mhm.
And of course, now I get to like say, well, I was somebody already, but I didn't know it.
Okay.
So like we are all somebody. We are all somebody with a voice. Most of us, I'm sure there's a lot of exceptions, physiologically and such, but it's our job to put ourselves out there and try things. So yeah, if they tell me it's a 1950s laid back hippie biker dude voice, I'm like, all right, I'll
All
try that.
right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I just sort of went with it and had fun, and yeah, just keep on
Go for it.
cruising.
What's it also like being part of the legacy of Transformers?
Oh, it's huge for me. I mean, anybody born around the same time as me, I'm an early '80s
Hmm.
child, and Transformers was so huge.
Hmm.
And not to be super punny or like drop a dad joke, but it was pretty transformative.
Yeah.
Like to watch a cartoon that was that
Hmm.
sophisticated at the time. At the
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah.
it was sophisticated. There were
Mhm.
lessons and morals and so much action and drama and everything baked in. And at the
Mhm.
time, it was like, this is amazing. And again, remember, I don't know at that age that my brain works the way it does, right?
Right.
I was being directly spoken to as I was such a good audience member. I was like, this kid, right? But they were talking to me, right? And
Mhm.
I knew at some point that something was going to come from that. And I knew it in a weird place, but I remember telling my dad,
Mhm.
I think I was maybe 10. I was like, I'm going to be a cartoon.
Mhm.
He's like, Michael, that's not a thing. That's not a thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Uh, I no, that's not a job.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
I mean,
I want to be a voice actor. Then they're like, no, 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 no. I
well,
don't think that could happen.
that's a different title
Mhm.
altogether. I think had I known those words, had I been able to tell my dad I want to be a voice actor as opposed to saying I want to be a cartoon, it might have landed better, but
Yeah.
dads, right?
Yeah, right, right, right. All
Yeah.
right, well, I want to do talk about your next show. Now, you did the voice of Jess and Reggie. I cannot pronounce the last names because they are dinosaur names, but you did it on the hit PBS Kids show, Jim Henson's Dinosaur Train.
Dinosaur train. What is up? Yeah.
What was it like getting to do Dinosaur Train?
It was very fun. Like so many other jobs, you get an audition and you try and farm as many words out of the character breakdown as possible. And you're like, okay, so high energy and, maybe this kind of voice. And you try it out. And
Mhm.
it's like anything else. And I mean, I've been teaching voiceover for a lot of years now. I've had,
Okay.
a lot of success teaching. I've probably had thousands of students. I teach every year. I go to the Canadian
Wow.
College of Performing Arts every year. I do a very special voice intensive. What's up, CCPA people? If you're seeing this, hello. But it's just something that I've done at various schools, many different schools, and there's always this process that I go
Mhm.
through, and I've developed this process just for myself all the years that I've been, working. And every actor to some degree does this, but turning around and teaching it is a totally different thing. But you always start by trying to figure out, what's this character about? What do they
Yeah.
like? What are the people wearing the other hats? The directors, the writers, the producers, what are they hoping to hear?
Yeah.
And of course, admittedly, they might not know.
Hmm.
So it's about making sure that the voice you bring is three-dimensional and
Hmm.
alive and as
Yeah.
fully formed as you are as a
Yeah.
person. So
Hmm.
every show starts with the same thing:
Hmm.
admitting that character and myself are equally important and that we've both got our own stories, and then you just take in the words and hopefully magic happens and you end up getting a call. And Dinosaur Train, one of the most famous kids shows ever, I would say
Yeah.
without hesitation. Really, really, informative and fun. And they got such great music. And it's just,
Yes.
I was a fan long before I got on the show. I have four kids, so
Yeah.
I've gone through so many different stages of watching so many different
Oh,
cartoons
yeah.
as an adult, getting to
Yes.
watch shows
Yeah.
and being like, that's a good show,
Hmm.
not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
we're fans. But yeah, Dino Train has a very special place in my heart.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and what was it like getting to work on a Jim Henson show?
You know what? It's funny because there's a lot to be said about the brands of the entertainment industry. And
Mhm.
like, I don't know that anybody holds the kind of like place in history that Jim Henson holds. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the magic of the name itself, I have to say,
Hmm.
shameless plug. I
Yeah.
watched the new Muppet Show just last night.
Oh, yeah. I heard about it
Oh my!
with Sabrina Carpenter. Yes.
So many nostalgic childhood feelings of awesome. Like I had goosebumps. I was crying, like no
Yeah.
joke. I was like, it's time to play the music. Like I just like I lost it. It was so much
Yeah.
so much kid fun. I love that it's still around. And I mean,
Oh
being
yeah.
in that universe, even in a tiny way, even in,
Mhm.
a different, property like Dinosaur Train, just yeah, like, I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs
Double
up.
thumbs up. Yeah, Dinosaur Train was a really good show. I used to watch Dinosaur Train when I was growing up too.
So you understand. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get,
yeah. I
yeah, the
loved the
energy.
conductor. The conductor was so cool when he used to
Oh,
say, "Time to take a ride on the dinosaur train. All aboard!" I
yeah.
don't know why I still remember that line.
Hey, well, okay. Well, I mean, this is why, because as kids, we're just hoping to pick up little things, and when they give us that line over and over and over again, we get to, we get to jump on board the dinosaur
Dinosaur
train, all
train.
aboard, right? We remember.
All aboard!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what they mean by impressionable children. So, I
Mhm.
mean, show them cartoons
Yeah.
and they'll be fine.
Right. Awesome. Okay, I do
That's
want
all
to
I'm
talk.
saying.
Yeah, I do want to talk about your next show. Now, you did the voice of Sir Bricklyn on Lego NEXO Nights.
Yes, the Lego universe has been very good to me. Big ups to Lego. All
Props
my
to
love.
Lego,
All my love. Thank you.
to all
Yes.
you amazing Lego people who work behind the scenes on it, many Lego shows.
Oh, all the writers, the animators, the directors, the like, and I mean, casting. I think sometimes casting gets a bad rap because no one ever like says, thanks to, the casting director, but like everybody, eventually gets to a point in voiceover also where you kind of just get known for your voices.
Mhm.
So, I mean, casting is an important part of the process, and which is why, you can't get a job like, like a voice like Bricklyn in the Lego universe without casting directors. So I mean,
Yeah,
big ups to all the casting directors.
yeah.
I couldn't possibly name them all. They're all wonderful. They all know who
There's
they
so
are.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What was it like getting to work on Nexo Nights?
oh, Nexo Nights was fun. It was this young team energy. Everybody was sort of like balanced in the way that like a superhero team should be, but there was comedy, there was levity, there was some drama, there was some heavy stuff, and of course, as one of those voices of authority that gets to stand in the back and be like, all right, slackers, and like
Yeah.
it's kind of funny, like you get to play the bad guy, you get to play the, like the authoritarian, sometimes you get to play like a security guard made of rocks, like that's why the voice universe is so fun. And I
Mhm.
mean, working on anything with Lego
Yeah.
is a phenomenal opportunity,
Mhm.
remembering and looking back that they started in so many ways just like grunting through video game voiceover, like like just doing like all these little properties, but it's come so far.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm incredibly grateful. Lego's a wonderful group of the
Mhm.
best kinds of people.
Yeah.
I just
What
think
was the
they're vibes.
what was the difference recording between Nexo Nights and Ninjago? What was kind of the difference of that?
It's a different energy, it's a different world, it's a different universe, it's a whole new different set of circumstances. I mean, physically, it's the same process. We have our amazing creative heads, we have our talent on the other side of the glass, we've got our wonderful recording engineers, and we're at, coincidentally, I'm pretty sure I even recorded those two different jobs in the same studio on
As
like the same
Ninjago?
day one time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, once the Vancouver insider view is sort of like known, there's only a few studios that sort of work on these kinds of shows. And
Yeah.
of course, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't necessarily think they would like it if a whole bunch of people just showed up outside the building. But
Yeah, just be like, "Oh
is
my God, let us in, let us in,
we
let
have
us
to go. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. So respectfully,
in."
thank you to all those people. But yeah, it's the same process. It's the same location, but it's completely different. Their
Yeah.
universe is different. There's different things happening, and I mean, young up and coming knights
Mhm.
have their own job, their own goal, their own focus. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of different rules for the same kind of fun,
Yeah.
which sounds
Mhm.
a little backwards, but that's okay.
Backwards
There's
is okay.
rules. There's rules to fun.
Yes. All
Yes.
right. Well, I do want to talk about your next show. Now, you did the voice of one of my favorite ninjas, Jay, on
Yay!
Ninjago.
Okay, we have to do this again. We have to do
Yes,
it again now that we're
we have
recording.
to.
Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed.
All right,
Don't
you
be alarmed.
ready?
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3, do it.
It's a pen.
It's a pen. It's a J pen.
But I didn't want to be like I didn't want to pull off his head and like make people like but yeah,
Be
J pen.
embarrassed.
Yeah, and we just
And then I don't know what happened.
I'm just gonna
What's it like getting to do Ninjago though?
Oh man. Okay. Well, it might be known out there in the world. Just saying. Maybe some people have also seen the show and they're aware.
A million times.
It's the 15-year
Woo!
anniversary of
15 years!
yeah.
Yay!
I am so incredibly grateful. I feel really, really privileged and blessed to have a job like this, and not just because it's continued on,
Yes.
but because the way the journey has developed and has moved around this universe of possibilities. Like, there's so much to cover, there's so much to do, and to be, and I mean, I say this lovingly of every character archetype out there. Everybody has the strong type. There's the, like, there's the romantic type, but I mean, to be the comedic relief on a show like Ninjago, because I mean, I've been told Jay's the comedic relief.
Yeah.
I at least I think he is. It feels true.
Mhm.
But I have enjoyed such an amazing journey with this character. And I mean, I've done some stuff. I have a couple credits out there, and he's tops,
Yeah.
and I mean, like, I've worked with some amazing people, and I won't name drop because heaven forbid, but I've worked with some amazing people,
Heaven
and I mean,
forbid.
it's not a comparison, it's not a race, it's not a competition. I just sort of now, in moments like this, I'm like, I've done some stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Like, I can really feel, that kind of, success, and it's not all the time. I
Yeah.
struggle with feeling that. I have this guilt shame spiral about celebrating my work. I don't watch a lot of my stuff. I think that's in sort of, always been innately a part of me. I'm like, oh shucks, yeah, thanks. It's, and I
Yeah.
mean, I think a lot of artists are bashful,
Yeah.
right? I mean, a lot of painters don't know how to price their art because I'm like, how do I put a number on that? It's part of me creatively. So
Yeah.
yeah, there is a lot of wonderful, wonderful feelings and memories, and just so much to be grateful for. Yeah, it sort of overwhelms
Yeah.
me at times,
Yeah.
and I have to check out and be like, okay, well, I'll just do something else, because if I sit here all day and think about Jay, then I'll just end up with like a box of tissues in my I'll just be like watching shows back and remembering all the
Yeah.
adventures.
And then
It's a
crying your
huge
eyeballs out.
privilege.
Yeah. What's it like
Yeah,
getting to work with the voice cast of Ninjago?
so amazing, so many talented people. I just I can't rightly quantify the caliber
Mhm.
of people that we have in this show, leading us, through all these wonderful
Mhm.
stories, and it really just,
Yeah.
yeah, it warms my heart every time I get to, see them or hear them, and like, watching someone that
Mhm.
bring something to life and inject
Yeah.
that message and that magic it's a universally
Yeah.
not singular experience. We're in a room and there's other people experiencing
Right.
it also, but to take that in is such a huge privilege as a
Yeah.
performer, because sometimes, like, I mean, pardon me for the throwback, like,
Mhm.
during the pandemic, it was one person in the room
Uh-huh.
alone,
Yeah.
and it really, I think for some of us, it really cemented just how
Mhm.
amazing it is, to do the job that we do in this massive group,
Yeah.
and everyone's playing off each other, the energy's flying, there's,
Uh-huh.
villains and heroes, and, like, all these, people and characters, and it's such a
I
blessing. It
know.
honestly is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when COVID happened, like everything was getting like shut down, and like everyone like it like studios were closing down, a lot of stuff were
Yeah.
closing down. Like I was about to graduate from 8th grade from middle school when COVID happened, and
Mhm.
I had to go to online and I had to start doing school online, and
Uh,
I didn't really get like what the pandemic was for. Like I never really got like what COVID was for, you know?
yeah. Well, I mean, so much of what we all went through, I feel, has given us, at least in my mind, this is how I'm reframing my mind to sort of, pardon me,
That's okay.
to heal forward after that, experience. Is It gave me an opportunity to see everything in my life more clearly and
Hmm.
to appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Because, and I mean, not necessarily everyone who
Mhm.
identifies as neurodivergent will say this is true for them, but for me,
Yeah.
I have a hard time acknowledging my successes.
Yeah.
I have a hard time looking back and being like, wow, look at all that stuff, and patting myself. Like, I have a hard time seeing it.
Mhm.
But being able to appreciate it more
Mhm.
after the pandemic was such a gift,
Yes.
especially because, like the voiceover worlds, we all collectively, I feel like we lost Kirby,
Yeah, that
and
was
such
sad.
a hard time, and it
Mhm.
is something that I continue to think about. Like,
Mhm.
he's with me when I record. I can feel,
Yeah.
in that sense, that I'm like, every time I'm in there, once in a while, he'll pop into my head, and I'm like, man, you would love this. You would
Yeah.
love this. And of course,
Yeah.
I know that, I know that, depending on, what a person believes, it's all very personal choices. But,
Hmm.
there are certain people that stick with you,
Yeah.
through the whole journey, right? So
Hmm.
he's with us, and I know, yeah, we're all just, we're
Yeah.
all walking the walk, and
Mhm.
enjoying the journey
Yeah.
like everyone else. I mean, as much as people might think it's true, I don't know what's going to happen in Lego or in life.
You may never know.
I don't, but you know
Yeah.
showing up,
Mhm.
and having a smile on, and taking it one thing at a time. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it's part of the show,
Mhm.
and it's part of life.
Yeah.
It's part of all of us here. So,
Yeah. And then once Dragon's Rising debuted, we got like new voice characters and new
yes,
cast. Like we
yes,
had
new
we
friends,
new friends. Like
new
we had
more
Sabrina
friends.
Prite. We had Sabrina
Yes,
Prite who did Sora, who previously did Princess Vanya on Masters of the Mountain.
yep.
And we had Devin Mack who did Aaron, who previously did Vangelis and the Skull Sorcerer.
I love Devin. Devin's so cool.
He's awesome. And who currently does Sonic on
Yep,
Sonic Prime.
yep, yep. He's
And we
he's also a
had
big deal, but he's the nicest person.
mhm,
He's just awesome. So yeah,
yeah.
double
And
thumbs up for Devin Mack.
yeah.
I like
And
Devin.
then we had David AK who does Frack, which actually I had David AK here on my interview channel. I had him on.
David.
He was
He's
my
great.
very first guest,
Yeah,
actually.
he's got so much energy. Like, I feel like David's one of those people that if you hooked him up to a little grid, he would just power the whole city.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And now
David's
we
the
got
best.
yeah, and now we got Kazumi Evans who does Wildfire, which she's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, she is exquisite.
Yeah,
Just an
Kazumi's
amazing
amazing.
human. Yeah, she is always just so vibrant and alive and fun. And I'm sorry, Wildfire might be my favorite character.
Oh, nice.
And I just saying,
Hmm.
everybody gets to have opinions, but her attitude and her like her dialogue, she has these amazing funny lines, and I just, yeah, I
Yeah.
can't say enough good things.
Wildfire is so cool. I love Wildfire. She is really cool. And I love the thing with her and Roby.
Oh, it's like,
Yeah. Her and
it's like,
Roby.
yeah, it's a rotating door of just really funny moments. Like, you never know what you're gonna get, but yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
and I mean, like, it real time, I'm trying so hard and struggling not to like leak things and like say things.
Yeah.
So I'm working hard. Got to
Yeah.
keep those secrets, because
Mhm.
when they're not secrets, they're just like, and I mean, I think I've been, fairly consistent over my years on the internet. I don't like
Mhm.
spoilers.
Yes.
I don't give them out. I'm not like, well, guess what? No.
Mer.
If you want
Actually,
to go see
something
it,
funny.
you go
Actually,
see it.
yeah, actually something funny. I haven't even told any of my guests yet. But I actually spoiled Avengers Endgame for my twin sister. I asked,
I'm sure it was indirect. I'm sure it was
yeah.
accidental, right? Accidental.
I don't know, but I think I asked Google and I asked who died in Avengers Endgame, and my twin sister was so upset with me that actually for her birthday I bought Avengers Endgame for her on DVD and she never watched it.
Oh, bittersweet. Yeah.
Yeah, so I ruined it for
You
my
know,
twin
these are
sister.
and see, and I mean, again, I'm sorry. I'm gonna come back with a little bookender. I'm gonna clap back to Story is Life.
Hmm.
That's how real that is for some of us humans. Again, stuck
Yeah,
here, we're on the planet. It's the nicest planet in the neighborhood. I'm not like
yeah,
shopping around to go to another one,
hmm,
maybe in like a movie.
yeah,
But yeah, no, it's real. The feelings that Story brings, which is
hmm,
why, I mean, again, I find myself sometimes standing at the microphone, and of course I'm in like a moment, and it's like Jay and Nia. It's usually Jay and Nia or Jay by himself, and there's
yeah,
been a lot, of course, coming out with all of this, memory, stuff, and standing at the microphone crying.
yeah,
I'm like, I am a grown man, and
uh-huh,
I am weeping
yeah,
at this character, because it's like it's more than a friend, it's more than a family member. Like,
yeah,
for me,
yeah,
singularly unique experience. I am the voice of Jay, and I feel these things very, very powerfully, very deeply, and very, strongly. And
yeah,
sometimes I'm like, I am crying at work, and it is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. All right, Michael. Well, I do have some questions, and I typed these questions up all on my
Shoot.
own. All right.
Oh,
What were the auditions like for Lego Ninjago, and what year did you audition for Ninjago?
oh wow. I think it has to be about 2000. It was either late 2000, no, it had to be late 2009, early 2010.
Oh, nice.
And originally, and whether this is known or like unknown, we might be like breaking news, I don't know, maybe
Mhm.
not. Jay's original name was Ren.
Oh, I think I heard your audition video. I think Brent posted it on his YouTube channel. I think I saw
Oh,
the video.
interesting.
I
But yeah,
think. I don't know if he
Ren,
uploaded it on his YouTube. I'd have to go back and check.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not as big on YouTube as some.
I don't
But I
know,
will
but
say,
yeah.
it
I
was it
did.
was a fun process. It was quick, and ultimately, it was like the difference between, how high energy and how young. Like,
Mhm.
is it caffeine? Is it
Yeah.
excitement? Like, what is it about him? But I mean, trying to find all the parts of a character.
Mhm.
No pun intended. I mean, I
Yeah.
know it's Lego,
Yeah.
but,
I
but
did
like,
actually
he
get to.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
you put it together piece by piece, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually did get to interview Brent. I interviewed him for my school's podcast, actually. We did an interview together for the Lego episode. That was cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. What was your reaction when they were going to turn Jay evil?
I thought, what a great opportunity to stretch this character's wings. And
Hmm.
again, like I said, I don't know what's happening in Lego or in life, but when you get the script, you're
Hmm.
sort of like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna freak out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with it, right? So
Yeah.
I have sort of a leaf on the wind approach. I trust the writers, I trust the showrunners, and I
Yeah.
know that they've got something in mind.
Yeah.
They've got something working that
Yeah.
makes it like it's
Hmm.
gonna work. I will have to trust, but it
Hmm.
changes, the voice for me. It changes some of the deliveries, definitely, like the attitude and the energy. But
Yeah. Because
all
then
I
when
have
they
to do
turned
is
Yeah,
think,
because then when they turned Jay evil, that's when we went from the high pitched Jay voice, the high pitched Jay voice for him being like high pitched, excited, that stuff,
yeah,
to like a lower pitched Jay voice, like kind of like a moody and. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of that can be said, is the attitude and the voice adjustment and the overall energy shift. But again, I got to give props where props are due. There are people working in post production who
Mhm.
make those command decisions, and whether it's a slight voice adjustment with After Effects or whatever, like
Mhm.
I am never going to sit on a high horse and take credit for every single thing because I can't. I'm a
Right.
cog in a machine. I'm a piece of the process that brings Jay to life, and
Mhm.
I'm grateful to be a big piece that I mean, granted, that
Yeah.
recognition needs to be shared, but
Mhm.
yeah, man, oh man,
Nice.
it's always a great fun time, always
Yeah.
a fun experience.
Cool. Favorite Ninjago season?
Sorry, they've written which?
Favorite Ninjago season?
Oh, sorry. I misheard you. Pardon me. I
No,
have
it's okay.
laryngitis also. Favorite Ninjago season?
Yes.
I have a really soft spot for Skybound,
Ooh, that was a good
but
one.
I also really, for maybe selfish reasons, love Prime Empire.
Oh, one of my favorites. I love the episode Ninjago Confidential. That's one of my favorite.
I
Detective Zane.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There was I think a little bit of the like black and white era of detective style, maybe like a gumshoe kind of story. Yeah, no,
Yeah. And
everything is possible.
I love the scene with Zane when he's like when Pixel was like, "You're getting on my nerve circuits. Are you going to talk in that voice the whole time?" And then Zane just goes, "Her eyes showed annoyance, but her heart revealed that she respected my unorthodox technique." And then Pixel just goes, "My heart did not reveal that. Every part of me is annoyed." I love that scene.
Yeah, every part of me is annoyed. Great line.
Yeah, so you gotta give props to Jennifer Hayward and Brent Miller. Props to you guys.
You know what? Indeed, I share. Claps,
Props
claps,
to them.
props.
All right. Who's your favorite Transformer Cybertron Decepticon, but it can't be your character? It has to be a Decepticon, but it can't be lugnutz.
Oh, well, I was always a Starscream fan
I love Starscream. I
because I
love
mean,
Michael Dobson.
just like, well, and I mean, it does sort of impact my decision sometime, given that I am familiar with Mr. Dobson.
Hmm.
I've had the pleasure of meeting him.
Yeah. I
And
had
yeah,
Michael Dobson on my interview channel. I had him on for the sixth episode. He was
there you
absolutely
go.
incredibly awesome.
He is incredibly awesome, and I mean,
He
again,
was so sweet. He was
he's
such a
he's
sweet
one of
guy.
those people that could power a small city. He's just so
Hmm.
vibrant and full of
Yeah.
life and
Hmm.
joy. Yeah, great guy,
Nice.
great guy. And
Uh,
Starscream, what a voice!
Yeah, Starscream, he can do it. I can't do a Starscream voice. Like I tried doing the Starscream Armada voice. I couldn't do it.
Danger,
Yeah.
danger.
Yeah. When you first auditioned for Ninjago, was there a character that you wanted more than Jay? And if so, who?
Actually, like part of me at the time was like, I was worried about pitch
Yeah.
because for me, I mean, even though when my energy gets high, I have sort of a higher register.
Hmm.
When it's not, I have a much lower register. When I'm tired, if I'm, feeling, low energy, or if I'm sick, like I have a bassier voice,
Yeah.
So, there were characters that I was going after, like, and I think I read for them not knowing where that character was going to go directionally.
Hmm.
So, like you read for different characters and their villains. So I was like doing some snake voices, and like season one, right? It's like there's snakes everywhere. Everywhere we look, there's snakes and skeletons. So there was lots of different characters, but
Yeah.
I kind of had a soft spot in my heart for Jay, and I was just really hopeful. And I was like, yeah, I'm reading for these other characters because they're either guest stars or they're incidentals, smaller roles and such. But yeah, I kind of knew slash hoped that
Yeah.
Jay would be part of my future, and of course here we are.
Yeah. And now here you are today, voicing Jay.
Yeah, still at
Okay.
it.
This is a double question, so this is for you and for Jay. And I asked the same question to Brent, but I do want to know about this. What
Okay.
was your reaction when Lego Ninjago got nominated for the 2016 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and what was Jay's reaction? So, Michael, do you want to answer this question first, or do you want Jay to answer first?
No, I'm going to take this one. I was pretty excited because I got to say, you know what? For someone who's working really, really hard to get out of a junkyard, and then to hear that you're like being awarded stuff on these other, like it was pretty exciting. But I mean, you can't really turn that into like my mech is now finished. Like
Yeah.
what? Like could I take an award? Yay! But like I would rather that some of these projects were complete because clutter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, I,
What was
however, was very, very delighted. Of
Mhm.
course, shocked and delighted. Always, again, anytime you're recognized for your work,
Mhm.
it feels good.
Yeah.
When the work is good, and again, I'll say it, story is life. And
Mhm.
when the story gets recognized and the people get recognized, then
Mhm.
we all of us win, all of us who are helping to tell this story. So
Nice.
yes, it was it
Yeah,
was it
so
was a really nice surprise.
yeah, so actually when I asked Brent this question, he actually just told me that he just found out about it. Unfortunately, Ninjago did not win because SpongeBob SquarePants won.
And that's going to happen sometimes, right? Like it's
Mhm.
not about the win
Mhm.
in my mind, and I'm sure Jay would agree. It's
Yes.
about getting asked to show up again
Mhm.
and getting another day.
Yeah.
And I try as hard as I can with all my might to wake up and realize that
Mhm.
this is the best day ever.
Yeah.
And I mean, whether it's a day where I won or it's
Mhm.
a day where I just got to enjoy being here,
Mhm.
that is a win, and it is the best day ever. And you know, trophies.
Yeah.
Hey, playing for a trophy, that's a short-term plan.
Yes.
Playing for the joy of playing,
Mhm. Nice.
that's the way to do it.
Mhm. Who's your favorite Transformers Cybertron voice actor?
Oh man, I think we already covered that.
Michael
Mr.
Dobson.
Yeah, Michael Dobson.
He's
Michael Dobson
awesome.
has a special place in my heart. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
such a fun guy.
He's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, this
yeah,
question, yeah, this question's for Jay. What gets on Jay's nerves?
people who don't clean up after their snacks. There's something about garbage sitting out on a counter, and I mean, I whether it's pie or cake, there are
Mhm.
crumbs. There is sometimes a wrapper. If you go to like the Ninjago bakery and you get a little thing for yourself and then you unwrap it and you eat it, you have it with tea or whatever, and then you leave the wrapper and the crumbs on the counter and you're just like, I'm just gonna go sit down and like read a book.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Who does that? I
Why
don't
not?
know.
Why not clean up the
Yeah.
wrapper? Clean up
Yeah.
the wrapper, clean up the crumbs before you even eat it.
Right.
Mind blown. Mind blown.
Blown. Aw-
Blown.
Awesome. This is another Jay question. What does Jay and Nia like to do when they're not fighting the villains?
Watch TV,
Ooh.
probably just like hang out on the couch and like if there's, some version of like streaming services,
Yeah.
that like Ninjago TV
Mhm.
or like Pear TV, maybe we have like Banana TV, I don't know, because Apple TV,
Get a TV.
like a fruit of some kind as like a streaming service. I would just watch shows. If they had like Junkyard Wars, I think Junkyard Wars, I'd watch that. Nia probably wouldn't like it as much. She'd be like, "Can we watch like Lego Bridgerton or
I don't
like
know what that is, but okay. I don't know what that
it's a
is,
show
Jay.
about fancy people doing fancy stuff. It's fine."
All right. This is another Jay question. Who is Jay's favorite WWE superstar?
Jay and I love John Cena.
Oh my gosh! I knew
Jay
you
and
were
I
probably gonna say John Cena.
Jay and I have a special appreciation for Mr. John Cena.
I
John
love
Cena
John
is,
Cena.
I have to say this, like anybody who can show the discipline
Mhm.
that John Cena shows. I mean, especially as someone who's a good-natured, nice person, when you have to play the bad guy and be the heel, I know
Yeah.
what that's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know a little bit about your struggle. I think John Cena did me just a little bit, but hey,
Mhm.
like educated,
Yeah.
well-spoken, articulate,
Mhm.
studies language, studies culture, you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
We are fans of Mr. Cena.
Yeah, John Cena got me into wrestling. John Cena got me into wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest wrestling fan in the world. Just so you know. I
Yeah.
know I know like peripheral outside stuff, but the
Okay.
reason why I know any of that stuff is because of John Cena.
Yeah. My favorite WWE superstar as of right now is Drew McIntyre. You probably wouldn't know who Drew McIntyre is, but
I don't think that again, and I mean my brain and names and faces has like a highway that's mixed with like a shotgun makeup applicator and a fistful of glitter.
yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't
Yeah.
know who everyone is, and I don't know
Okay.
everything, but a favored person,
Mhm.
yeah, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, John Cena's the best. All right.
I like
Who's
Jen.
the funniest Lego Ninjago voice actor?
Funniest is
Yes.
hard to nail down.
Hmm.
Okay, it's like being in a room of championship comedians
Hmm.
who won't go on stage.
Yeah.
And everyone's got a microphone at the same time.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretty funny, I do have to say.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know that I can hand that one mantle out to one actor for
Mhm.
one reason. Like everyone's pretty funny. Like there's no one I look at and I'm like, you're not funny. Why are you here?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of stories about a lot of these voice actors who are really funny. I've heard a lot of stories from a lot of the voice actors.
I don't know what you've heard. I will confirm nor deny any of those things, but I will say, as someone who's been in the room with a lot of these very fine people for many, many years, they are all hilarious.
Yeah. All right, cool. Funniest memory working on Ninjago.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's so many. Yeah, that's probably going to be the hardest question
Hmm.
like for the rest of my life because when you think you've got the funniest moment and then something else happens and you're like, okay, well, that's gonna just replace that memory.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, no, so many funny things. I don't think I could choose, honestly.
Okay.
Really, really funny.
I actually have
Just
two
showing
funny
up.
memories watching Ninjago. I have two.
Oh,
I
share
have
share share your funny moments.
Okay, so the first one, I think it was when you guys recorded the behind the scenes for season 2 of Ninjago, and I think
Oh,
that was featured,
BTS is always fun.
and it was I think a season 2 DVD, and it was a scene with Brent, and Brent was like, "I got us into this mess, and I know how to get us out." And then he kept doing it, and then the guy was like, "Okay, that one's good." And then Brent was like at the end, "Don't put the 20 takes in the DVD." I still think that one was funny.
Well, I mean, I gotta say, there is something that happens to Brent
Hmm.
as the person voicing a Nindroid.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of really techno speak laden speeches.
Hmm.
So he has a lot of syllables to get out in a very short period of time, and it really, yeah, it is a challenge.
Yeah.
And he keeps trying, and he eventually gets it. But there are some funny moments.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then I have another one. This was recently, actually. It was a recording that Devin did. And Devin was like, "Sorry, what's the number again? What's the line number? 67. What's the line number again? 67. What's the line number again? 67." And then Kazumi, as Wildfire, goes, "I have to say it. 67." Yeah.
Yeah. I confess I don't fully understand what all the fuss is about, but I do once in a while. Again, as a dad, you have to sort of make fun of things as they come up and become significant. But like mysterious in your kid's life, you're like, I don't get it.
I know. I
I
don't
don't
even
get it.
get what 67 is.
Well, I heard from someone on TikTok that it was like something to do with the periodic table of elements and like number 67, like I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know
It's like
either.
it's yeah.
Okay.
What's the point?
What's the point? I know. Like, what's the
There's
point?
no
All right.
there's no
This
point.
is another Jay question. What does Jay and Lloyd like to do where they're not fighting the villains?
Ping pong.
Ooh, who's better at it?
Well, it depends if we're using paddles or nunchucks.
Oh my
Bam,
gosh.
bam, bam. Yeah.
All
I
right.
once I once on a movie set came around a corner and Steven Spielberg was playing ping pong with a dog.
What the heck?
Yeah, it was a little Jack Russell Terrier, and Mark Rylance was there, and I mean, I was working on the BFG, but I came around the corner and
What the heck?
I was like, this is one of the greatest moments of my life.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
I
like, I don't even,
never
I'm
knew
like,
that.
I'm just gonna like back out slowly, like I don't even know what to say. But hello, cat. Yes, it's all about you, isn't it?
You got a cat?
There's a cat. It's
Nice.
it's my sister's cat. So
Nice.
now you're internet famous. Are you happy? Are you happy, princess?
Princess, nice. That's cute.
Yeah.
Favorite J line.
Oh, again, there's so many, and my brain's not wired to remember lines,
Hmm.
but there are lines that of course, at the time I was like, I'm gonna remember this line forever. This is the best line I've ever said, and now I'm like,
Ah, pops out of your head.
yeah, it just pops out of my head. But I think probably one of my first lines
Mhm.
that was the most exciting was, "We're saving a girl. Is she
Yes! We're saving a girl! Is she
is she
hot?
hot?
Jay!
It
Yeah.
shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
not about attractiveness. She is in danger."
yeah.
Like
Do,
it's like, but that again, I think comes back to the privilege of being and getting to be, the comedic relief. You get to say the funny lines.
mhm.
There's so many, hard to remember.
Yeah. Cool. Do you have any Lego Ninjago sets?
So many, but I've collected them over the years under the guise of like, I get to now build these with my son or my daughter or my kids as a group. And then inevitably, they're not mine anymore. They just sort of become, like
Theirs.
they are now enjoying these Lego sets. And of course, some people might have it in their heads that I get all kinds of free Lego from Lego for free.
Yeah.
No, I don't ask for it. I
Mhm.
don't need it. It's not something that would be great for someone
Yeah.
like me to. I'm not saying
Mhm. Yeah.
buy. I'm
I,
not saying. I'm not saying buy me Lego.
yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of Lego sets too. I got a lot of Ninjago and a lot of Dream sets that I have. Like one shelf in my room, I have like one shelf of Ninjago sets, of Lego sets, and then in my closet on top of my drawer, I got a lot of Lego sets too. And then another shelf in my closet, I got like more Lego sets, and then another shelf in my closet, I got more Lego sets. The
There
only
are going to be some really, really, really happy kids someday when you're like, here you go. Here are my sets.
Here. Yeah. The only like non-Ninjago and Dream sets I have a Lego City set that's a camper, and I
Mm.
have a Lego Wicked set that I have, and I have a Star Wars set, and then I just recently got like a Marvel set.
Oh yeah, we have big equal love for Lego throughout the Lego verse. So we don't just exclusively have
Mhm.
Ninjago sets. There are definitely some dream sets, some city sets, and some construction sets and so on
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, we are
Nice.
equal opportunity Lego players.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um, what this is another Jay question. What does Jay and Zane like to do when they're not fighting the villains?
Puzzles.
Ooh, is Zane good at puzzles?
No,
You
I
are?
don't know. No, you know what? I won't say no. I won't say no.
Mhm.
Two people can enjoy the same thing at different speeds.
Okay. That's
Yeah, I would say Jay and Zane do quiet puzzle time.
nice. Least favorite Ninjago season.
Oh, I couldn't possibly name one.
Okay.
No, I don't have a least favorite. I know that okay. I will say this.
Mhm.
There are some seasons where Jay is not heavily featured.
Okay.
I maybe would have liked to be featured more,
Okay.
but it does not make it my least favorite season.
Okay, cool.
I will just say It would have been nice if I could come and play more sometimes, but I mean, there's also lots of J seasons, so I'm really blessed
Yeah,
that way too.
definitely.
I'm blessed that way too.
Yeah. What do you like to do during your spare time?
I live on a little hobby farm, and I don't know if a lot of people know this. Uh, there's acres of stuff to do.
Wow.
Yeah, so I as much as I really like watching cartoons, I watch quite a bit of cartoons actually.
Mhm.
Usually, around bedtime because it's nice to watch a cartoon. You just sort of relax and slow down a bit. But I like watching documentaries.
Ooh, yeah.
I also really enjoy cooking.
Nice.
I'm baking a lot these days.
Yeah.
Sourdough and
Ooh.
banana bread and
Ooh.
yeah, it's kind of a favorite because you get to bake and then eat.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
don't mind eating. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also really like nature. I like, going for walks when I can. So, I mean, time off as a voice actor is both good and bad. Like you want to
Okay.
be at work, you want to be making cartoons because of course, right, think of the people. The people need
Mhm.
cartoons. But
Yeah.
I think, and I'm sure Jay would agree with me as someone that's been through a lot. I
Yeah.
have been through a lot. Jay has
Mhm.
been through a lot. We collectively have been through a lot. So
Mhm. Okay.
there's something about learning to slow
Mhm.
down.
Yeah.
Like not just as we get older, but also
Right.
like as we get older. But
Yeah.
as the world turns
Mhm.
today,
Mhm.
it's just as important to learn and not even necessarily like a meditative relaxation, but it could be like an active relaxation. My
Mhm.
brain works and runs way too fast for me to sit down and close my eyes and do. I used to be really good at meditating. Now it's harder for me because I'm
Okay.
older. My mind works so many things, so
Mhm.
many thoughts per minute. But
Right.
active meditation can be like cleaning up. Like there's a creek not far from here. Go
Mhm.
clean up the creek and you won't think about anything. Just
No.
clean up a creek.
Yeah.
Like work on stuff, build something. I'm a bit of a tinkerer also.
Huh?
Jay likes to tinker and build things. I like to tinker and build things. So
Nice.
yeah, I
Awesome.
don't I don't get bored very often. I'm
Nice.
always kind of doing something.
Nice. Okay, this last question's for Jay. Jay, what are you going to get Nia for Valentine's Day since we are right around the corner for Valentine's Day?
Is it Valentine's Day already? Oh man. Okay. Don't tell her I said this. I haven't started it. I was gonna make like there's like a little yin yang thing that I'm
Uh-huh.
making, and like it's gonna spin, and like you see what I did there?
Yeah.
It's gonna spin. It might whip around.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if
Yeah.
like the wind is strong enough, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's just like a wind chime.
Yeah.
Gonna make a wind chime.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
All right, Michael, that was the last question. I do have some drawings and some coloring pages I made for you, and I made you a bracelet as well.
Oh,
But I
Fred,
want to quickly show you. I got my J right here, and your J.
got my J.
Yeah, I keep this in my bed. I love snuggling with this at night. I keep it in my bed.
Oh, nothing better than a friend for comfort.
Yeah, and not only that, I also have Aaron from Ninjago in my bed. I have a stuffed animal Aaron, and I have a stuffed
Nice.
animal Lloyd that I keep in my bed.
Collections are where it's at.
Yeah, I have this bracelet as well that I made for you.
Oh, thank you. That looks so
I'll,
nice.
if you ever come to a future convention in California, I'll give it to you.
I would love to receive that. I
Yeah,
will see you in California
somewhere
someday.
in California, like San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Sacramento. I don't know.
You'll be the first to know as soon as I head south.
Awesome. So I have this drawing.
Aw, cute.
Not really good artist or good drawer, but hey, it's
You
okay.
know what? You are allowed to enjoy doing something, even
Mhm.
if it's perceived that it's not that great. Like,
Thank
again,
you.
I said I make bread. I didn't
Yeah.
say it was any good.
Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
trying.
I have this drawing of Jay,
Nice.
of the new
Yeah,
one, the new Jay.
I was pretty good with like crayons for a
Yep.
long time, and then I
Uh-huh.
got into different drawing things. Charcoal was really fun
Ooh,
because you can
yeah.
smudge it around.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I like charcoal.
I have this drawing.
Oh, it's a comic strip.
Kind of, yeah.
Happy
If you
15
want to
year
know a little bit
day.
about the inspo of this drawing, I could tell you. Okay.
Oh,
So, have you seen the Wiggles, that Australian band?
yes, yes, yes. We
Okay.
went through a big Wiggles phase when the kids were little.
Yeah. Did you do you probably remember did you see the OG Wiggles era with Greg
I think
Murray
it
and
was.
Jess?
I think it was the original
Yeah.
Wiggles era. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you ever have the VHS of the Wiggles Yummy Yummy or no?
I don't know that we had the VHS, but there was definitely some of that somewhere in because we would usually just put on like a YouTube compilation.
Okay,
So
okay.
they would see like a lot of Wiggles different stuff back to back edited together.
Okay, okay. Do you remember? I don't know. Would you remember the Wiggles puppets or not really?
Oh, not as not as much as I would like to in this moment. Like I wish
Okay,
I
okay.
remembered them better.
Okay. Well, there was a remix video of "Can You Point Your Fingers and Do the Twist," and this was the crab from Henry's Underwater Big Band, and the whole entire time he just kept going, "Eep, eep, eep." So I decided to do like an inspiration drawing to this, and it's like Kai saying, "Who's this creature?" And Cole putting, "Jay, did you bring this?" Zane putting, "This is odd." Nia putting, "This is pretty odd," and then Jay saying, "No, I did not."
No, I did not. This
Yeah,
crab does not belong to me.
it belongs under the sea with Henry the Octopus.
Under the sea.
Yeah, I grew up watching The Wiggles myself too.
It's a great show.
It is, I know.
Anytime people come together to make something truly lovable for children,
Hmm.
I'm behind it. I
Yeah,
really am a softie.
yeah, and then
Oh, look at
I did
that.
this.
Nice. It's the whole crew, the
It
Woo
is
crew.
the Woo Crew, and then I did this
Aw.
because Valentine's Day is
Will you
right
be
around.
my yang?
Will you be my Yang, Nia? And then I did this one.
Oh, so cool. Nice
Yeah,
color work.
thank
Nice.
you. Love to color. And then I did
I
this.
love to color too. I have a really fun coloring book. While I mean, it's not Ninjago. It'd be great if it was. I have a
Yeah.
Star Wars coloring book that's like
Ooh,
art
nice,
therapy. It's art
nice.
therapy. Prime
And then
Empire.
yeah, that one, Prime
Yes.
Empire, Rockstar J.
Rockstar.
Yeah,
So
I
fun.
did this one.
Oh yeah. Don't yeah. That's Office Jay.
Agent
Like,
J Walker, and it says,
he's very focused on the rules.
yeah, it says, "I'd rather be a ninja than an office worker."
Yeah. Oh, I felt that. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You don't want to know how I did not do well in an office job.
And then I did
Not
this
great.
one of Rouge.
Rogue? Yeah.
Rogue. I can't
Yeah.
pronounce the name.
That's
Rogue.
okay. Yeah.
Is it Rogue?
I believe it's Rogue.
Okay, cool. And then I did this one.
Hi Pony.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
I don't have a lot of hair, but if I did, I'd go Hi Pony.
Cool. All right, Michael, before we do go, could you quickly say Ninja Never Quit Ninjago in your J voice?
Ninja never quit. Ninja go!
Awesome. And could you quickly say hello to my friend Brooke, aka Brooke Cosplay Girl?
I know Brooke. Hi Brooke. Nice to see you again, friend.
You guys interviewed each other.
Buddy. What?
You guys did an interview together.
I was just gonna say I've been talking to your buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, she told me. She told me that you guys are gonna. She told me about it.
Exciting times.
Yeah, so there you go, Brooke. Shout out to you from Michael Adamthwaite and me.
Shout out.
Well, Michael, where can they follow you on social media?
Well, you know what? These days, I'm pretty much just on TikTok, doing my TikTok thing. Anyone who's down to discover some new artists and some wonderful poetry, I repost a lot. Because life is pretty busy, and most of the time, you guys, you have to understand, I can't even talk about the stuff I'm doing.
I have TikTok.
Well, you can find me on TikTok, and if
I
you're
follow you on
interested
TikTok.
in seeing me once in a while, yeah, you can see me once in a while. But yeah, I really do enjoy reposting all of the cool people that I've discovered, because the world is wonderful, and we should share all the lovely artistic talented people.
Yeah.
And, stories.
Awesome. Awesome. I have TikTok too, so yeah.
Well, then I'll see you on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, everyone, this concludes today's interview. Michael, thank you so much for coming on and joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me, Giovanna. Hi to everybody. Bye to everybody. Have yourself an amazing day, and we'll see you in the future.
Yes. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know when to post, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.